Let the cares of the day be dissolved. Feels wonderful. You can imagine your arms are wings and you're flying through the sky, free as a bird, pushing away a problem that you have just solved. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, knees are loose and soft. And immediately I say that, I can feel my hands warm up. They tingle with the energy of those nerves underneath and through my hands. Let your shoulders relax and stretch down. Hey Harmonies, Victoria here. This is the first in a series of Drew Yoga activations. And I'm going to be bringing you some yoga, meditation and relaxation. So please do like and comment, please subscribe, and let's spread a little healing. Enjoy. Hi Harmonies, Victoria here. Welcome to the first Drew Yoga video on this channel. So today I'm going to give you some activations for a good day. We're going to activate the body, stimulate the muscles, get the blood flowing nice and gently. I'm going to talk you through it. So grab yourselves a glass of water, maybe a yoga mat if you've got one, a little bit of space around you, and I'll see you in a moment. First of all, we're just going to make ourselves comfortable with our feet about hip width apart by putting two fists next to each other, gently between the feet, bringing the feet in to those knuckles. We're going to start shaking. Shake into both hands. So you want to be loosening the fingers, letting the thumbs, even the palms you can feel, releasing, letting go of any stress of the day. This video is being premiered in an evening, so maybe you've had a whole day at work or a busy day doing something very physical or stressful. So let's get rid of that stress. And now you can feel the muscles working further up into the arms, from the hands up through the forearms. Shake away that tension through the elbows and now up into the upper arms, biceps and triceps. So you can feel those muscles shaking. If you want to, you can just shake into one arm. See how it feels just to be concentrating on one side of your body and then maybe the other. How does that bicep feel? Is it getting rid of that stress, tension, and any muscle spasms? And now you want to be shaking strongly into both arms. Now, a little word of caution: if you have high blood pressure or any other condition, for instance, recent operation, where you don't want to be raising your arms above your shoulders, then you don't want to be doing this. You just keep the arms to the level of the shoulders or lower. Whatever feels good for you, follow your body. And now you want to be resting your arms as if you're resting them on a little shelf either side of you. Or just go and get yourself a little chair and hold on to the back of the chair with one hand, raising the other foot, and give that foot a really good shake. Right down into the toes. You'll notice the foot tends to shake in a circle. Isn't that interesting? Which way is your foot going? I'm shaking my left foot and it's rotating naturally in an anti-clockwise manner. I always find that really interesting. Also, are you producing any clicks and crunches? I can feel a few clicks there. And now up into the calf, into the knee. If you need to pause, if that's been quite hectic and energetic for you, give yourself a pause. This is going to be nice and gentle, giving ourselves time. And then carry on into the upper leg. So we're looking at the thigh now. Can you feel the thigh releasing its grip, letting go, the quad and the hamstrings? And putting that foot down. Well done, that was really energetic. Now we're going to hold on to that imaginary shelf on the other side, raising the right foot, shaking. Can you feel the toes letting go? and breathe. Let the cares of the day be dissolved. And then, I'm producing a few clicks into the ankle, raising up and shaking into the calf and the knee. And then into the upper thigh. Put your foot down. Wow, you've done really well. That was very energetic. And now we've done the arms and the legs. We're going to shake into the hips. You might want to put your hands on your hips while you're doing this and shake maybe one side to the other in this fashion. And you can feel the glute maxes shaking at the back, maybe the sacrum you can feel shaking. The sacrum is in between the glute maxes in your pelvis at the very lower part of the back. And I'm sensing all the organs in the pelvic girdle as well. So it's really good to get them activated and stimulated. And then up into the middle part of the body, the torso, rising up into the upper part of the torso, the chest, and bringing in the shoulders. How does that feel? So the arms tend to move when you shake your shoulders. This is how it looks from the side. Lovely. And from the back, really letting go, shaking and round. You might want to turn with me. Now shaking your whole body. Be really gentle with the neck and the head, but this is a really good shake to warm up and prepare your body for a few gentle activations that we're going to be doing next. Grab yourself a glass of water. So now we're going to go into the twist. Just with a gentle bend in the knees, just knees off lock so that they feel soft. And we're just going to start twisting nice and gently. You see that I tend to bend more as I come to face you and then raising as I face the sides. Now bring your feet to shoulder width apart and then carry on with the twist. Now I tend to move my head so that I'm looking in the direction of where my arms are traveling. But if that makes you feel a little dizzy, then you might want to look forwards in this manner. Now that of course will give your neck an extra twist, so it depends how your neck feels when you do this. And now without raising in the middle, just let your knees be off lock and turn. Let that spine twist. This is so good for your spine. So the many vertebrae in your spine are all individual, and apart from the sacrum and coccyx, they're not fused together. So those lumbar, thoracic and cervical vertebrae are all individual and should be separate. And this is what this exercise helps to do. It helps to isolate and mobilize each vertebra separately. That's wonderful. You're doing really well. Doesn't it feel great? So this is another way of spreading a little healing. You're spreading it through your body. Feels wonderful. You can imagine your arms are wings and you're flying through the sky, free as a bird. Oh, it just feels fantastic. I hope you're enjoying that at home. And then come back, bring your twist back to the center. And I'd like you to push one way with a flat hand just to one side and then push to the other. And you'll see that my foot is actually pointing away so that when I'm pushing with one hand, the opposite foot is pointing. That gives me my balance and it allows me to stretch not only through the arm and the hip, but also all the way down that opposite leg. Oh, that feels great. Imagine you're pushing away a door that needs to be closed, or pushing away a problem that you have just solved. Solve those problems. Let go of every stress. They are dissolving, they are going away, and you're creating a good day. That's wonderful. That feels really good. Okay, and then bringing it back down to your center pose. So now we're going to move on to a lovely back stretch. Standing with your feet hip width apart, just raising your hands up above your head briefly, but keeping them low down to this level if you have high blood pressure. Breathing in and gently coming over, so making sure your knees are soft. All the way down. Go as far as you feel comfortable. I'm going to go to the side so that you can see. And my knees are soft, and that means that it allows my back to stretch further. And just stay here for a moment while you breathe. And then breathing in as you come up. Shoulders are low. Bringing the arms up and stretching them almost behind you slightly. Feeling that lovely stretch in the lower back. We're going to come down again. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Knees are loose and soft. Going to come all the way down. Maybe this time just touching the back of the hands to the floor. Whether you've got your knees straight at this moment or whether your legs are slightly bent. Mine are slightly bent, as you may see. And then coming up again. This time hands to the lower back, and we're just going to gently, with our shoulders down, my shoulders aren't up like this, their shoulders are down. We're just going to have soft knees and gently bend backwards, raising the sternum to the corner of the ceiling there. Oh, and that feels so good, especially if you've had work with a rounded back today, like I may have done in the therapy room. And then coming forward again, we're just going to revisit this a couple more times. Go at your own speed and your own strength, whatever feels good for you. I'm enjoying releasing the head at this point as well. Letting the head go, just give it a little movement to make sure you're not gripping your neck. And then coming up again. I've got my eyes closed, just enjoying the moment. Straightening up through the knees, stretching those shoulders down so they're not up around my neck. And then hands to the back, palms to the back like this. And then soft knees, just allowing a gentle back bend. We're not doing anything too strong here, just a gentle back bend. So I'm really concentrating on opening my chest and allowing my chest and that sternum, the breastbone here, to be pointing to the corner of the ceiling and the wall. Lovely. Allow that to go. And you might want to stretch it more by bringing the shoulders back in this fashion, like this. That feels so good. And then up, allowing your hands to soften by your sides. And we're going to be imagining a beautiful ball of light at about the abdomen, about your belly button. Imagine that beautiful ball of light in between your hands. You might want to give that ball of light a colour. I'm going to give mine a beautiful sunshine yellow colour. And immediately I say that, I can feel my hands warm up They tingle with the energy of those nerves underneath and through my hands. And then I'm going to imagine this ball of light is traveling. And first of all, it's just traveling in front of me. So I'm creating a small lying down figure of 8 in front of me. So it's going through the cross, up and through, up and through. Now you may notice that my hips are also moving. Whether I want them to or not, they tend to follow where my hands are going. And make sure your knees are soft. So as your ball of light travels in this beautiful widening figure of 8, so will your hips. So the ball of light is stretching sideways. You can see the hips are widening. Making sure, again, if you do have high blood pressure or any other reason why your hands can't go too high or above the level of your shoulders, then just keep them at this low level. And if you're in any discomfort at the moment, then just keep your hands in front of your torso. That's good. But if you're feeling okay, you can widen them, stretch them out to the sides, and now make that figure of 8 a little fatter. So it's coming down and up as well as wide. There is a huge figure of 8 with a beautiful warm ball of light travelling in front of you, and maybe you'd like it to travel in the space in front of your head. This is a really good place because it helps you to dissolve any stress and tension. I know from my core therapy that the frontal bone, the forehead, contains our centre of stresses. And so if we use that ball of light to erase the stresses that are cooped up in the frontal bone, then that will help us feel lighter and clearer. And then down in front of you. Now if you feel able, you might want to bring that ball of light in front of your feet. Imagine just trailing your fingers through a beautiful cool stream. Holding that ball of light maybe in the stream, remembering to bend each knee, and the hips are following that lovely figure of 8. And now bringing them up wider again. How does the back feel? How do the hips feel? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. And then bringing them smaller again to finish in front of you. And just for a moment, enjoying that lovely feeling of energy at this center point. Perhaps if you want to, just bringing the hands together. Just for a moment, feeling your heart rate come back down to a lovely, comfortable rhythm. Feeling your shoulders drop. Let your shoulders relax and stretch down. And bring a smile to your face. Feel that lovely warmth in your body. Feel the blood gently pumping around your whole body. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to what it is to feel in touch and connected with your body. Well done. So thank you for joining us for these activations. I'll be bringing you more in this series on activations, yoga, relaxations and meditation. Have a lovely day, Harmonies. Let's spread a little healing. So that was the first in the series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to be bringing you another one next week with some Drew yoga. So please follow along and subscribe. I'll see you again soon.